by Green. Throws it back up top. James puts up the three. Oh, it's good! LeBron James from downtown.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Three Guys One Mic. I'm Little Man, joined by two co-hosts here.
William.
Jeremiah.
And today we're here for obvious reasons. We're here to talk about the NBA Finals.
Yes.
Series tied 1-1. Both of the games were kind of similar in some way, but then it wasn't. One was a complete, absolute disaster for the Warriors.
Yeah.
And the other one, they showed all the veterans, all the experience that they had in the finals in Game 2. Right?
You watched Game 1, right?
Yes, I did. I saw highlights of Game 1.
Oh,
So I was enjoying my favorite team playing baseball. And they won, by the way, just in case you're asking.
Good.
Did you watch Game 2?
Yeah.
I think he stopped about the third quarter.
Okay, so getting into what did we see from Game 1?
From Game
What did you
1.
guys see from
Okay.
Game 1?
Before we start, let me just.
You bought that a year
Oh,
ago.
hold on, bro. The greatest shooter to ever exist.
Facts.
Let's talk about Game 1. You guys can't see my legs in this video, but it's why I just crossed my legs, okay? Like a gentleman, okay? Game 1, 21 points in the first quarter by a man named Stephen. Weak ass name. Stephen did that to you, bro. Let's talk about a man named Jason. Another weak ass name. Struggling 2 games in a row. I'll give you the second game. He picked it up in the first half. He hit a couple of threes. I think he hit about 5 or 6, right?
That's a couple, yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's a couple, right? How about that third and fourth quarter?
They rested him.
Oh, they rested him because he was getting blown out. How do you score less than 90 points? How do you score less than 90 points?
That's the Heat.
That is That is embarrassing. You're a star-studded team. All your stars are there. You're healthy. You just won a game, right? You got complacent. Man. And you know what everybody's saying? Oh, and this is true. For those of you who don't know, the Celtics haven't lost in this postseason 2 games back-to-back, right? If they didn't do it in any of their series, right? Because we all know they swept the Nets. They beat the Bucks in 7, right? And then
The Heat.
the Heat, yes, and then now they're playing the Warriors, right? However, I think it's going to continue. They're not going to lose Game 3. However, I think they still split. I think the Warriors split in Game 4. You mean? I think that if the series is tied and Klay has been a handicap for this team, he's been holding them back. As we all saw, he played very late into that game too, trying to get him going, trying to find a rhythm. There was no rhythm to be found. He was missing simple layups, right? Let alone his transition threes, right? I think Draymond is out there playing tackle football. I get like Draymond's a facilitator, right? No, he's a big muscle on this team. He's the first person I've ever seen commit 8 fouls in one game. Like it's insane. Three flagrant fouls in and of itself, right? I understand the referees want to leave him in there, like it's like the finals, playoffs, right? But it only goes to a certain extent. Like you have to be able to ref the game, and like him kicking his feet up on Brown, and then he pushed him, and then he pushed him.
Shorts.
Yeah, like like things like it's unclassy, it's uncalled for. Little man, before I go anymore, I'm just gonna get that right out. Let me put this on the floor. Put this question up here. What do the Warriors have to do to win this series?
To win the series?
Mm-hmm.
I think that they have to get Klay Thompson going.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the Celtics, their whole playoff run, don't get me wrong, they've played amazing, they've had great teams, but I don't think they've played a team like the Warriors where they have multiple people coming off the ball and coming off screens and shooting threes, I mean, KD and Kyrie, they might be up there, but I've never seen them.
It's a lot more one-on-one ball.
Yeah, it's a lot more one-on-one ball, but with the Warriors, that's what they do best. They make plays for each other. They come off screens. I mean, Steve Kerr probably calls the best plays in the NBA, if I'm being honest. And I think he has to find a way to get Klay going. I mean, Gary Payton as well. I mean, he brings the toughness too. He's like a mini Draymond, in my opinion. But I still think he shoots the ball pretty well. I think he's shooting in those 2 series he played. He shot 50% from 3. But yeah, I think they just have to get it going. And defensively, I think they're fine. But I don't know. I mean, I just feel like someone else has to give it out there like Draymond does. Like, someone has to put the physical impact on a basketball game that he does. And I think Gary Payton can do that. I think,
Curry's been doing it.
I think Andrew Wiggins is long enough and tough. Yeah. This is the toughest I've ever seen Andrew Wiggins in his career.
Yeah.
I mean, the environment there in Golden State is working well for him. And I think just all around, just getting Klay Thompson going.
Yeah, so one thing, like, I really thought, well, I'll give it to you right now. One thing I really thought was, like, Curry's a clear-cut number 1, right? And, like, number 2 has to be Klay, right? Well, so far, like, Wiggins has been
Oh, by far, yeah.
But by far the second best player, right? And even in certain stretches, he is the best player on this Warriors team. Like, I know it might be hard for some people to realize, but what he brings to the table, like, I was like, I don't know, this guy kind of looks like an all-star starter that he was. Like, I mean, like, he got selected, everybody clowned on him, but I mean, he's playing lights out right now, and it's flushing at the rim, it's hitting contested threes, deep threes, transitional threes. It's playing solid defense, right? Floaters in the lane.
Postering Luka.
Postering my Luka, yes. Willie, what do the Celtics have to do to win this series?
One thing I forgot to mention in our video was I think the biggest thing for the Celtics was health. I think looking at it, even all playoffs, they haven't really been healthy except for a few games in against Milwaukee. But other than that, Robert Williams, we know, he tore his MCL, and he's still limping out there. And one thing that we kind of didn't really see, or a lot of people didn't really mention, in Game 1 was that Boston had a historic run, 40-16 in the fourth quarter. But looking at it, outside of that quarter, Al Horford was a liability at times. He couldn't rebound the ball. He looked old. And again, this isn't his fault. He is 36 years old, just turned 36. He's in a deep playoff run playing a lot of minutes. And I think when you have a guy like, what the hell's his name?
Grant Williams?
No. Center for the Warriors.
Oh, Kevin Looney.
Kevin Looney. Yeah, Kevon Looney. There we go. He's been outstanding this playoffs. And if you look at it, and also Williams, his knee is clearly, it bothers him. In Game 2, he took a hard fall. In quarter 3, he woke up and just didn't do anything. He just, what?
No.
Okay. He just didn't do anything, and I feel like at times you just don't have that big. You can't play Tice either. Tice, the way he's playing, the way he's guarding the 3, the way he's guarding inside, you can't do anything with him.
Shaky.
Yeah, you can't do anything with that. So just looking at it, I feel like health is the biggest reason, but aside of that, consistency as well. We know Jason Tatum had a horrible Game 1. Game 2, I do think he picked it up, but it was kind of didn't really help at all when your defense wasn't playing well. You turned the ball over a huge amount of times. Marcus Smart points off turnovers was pretty much the difference. They had, I believe, 28, and that just if you just look at it, Marcus Smart wasn't having a game that usually you see him play. Looking at also Grant not hitting the 3 as well. I mean, just looking at it all over the board, you're lucky to get out with Game 1. But you did do your job, and now you're going back to your house. You have the fans behind you. You know, Boston's one of the best crowds in the NBA when it comes to just being loud, getting in the other team's head. If you also look at it, I think what you said with the Warriors, saying that Clay, they need him to win this series. I really don't think they actually need him. Being honest,
I think if they want to have a chance in the series, they need him to be going.
You think they have a chance? No, I don't know, because I think Clay. You look at it. Clay, he's doing his job as well. Even if he's not making shots, they're playing up on him really, really hard. You look at it, Curry's still doing his thing. If Poole's going to make a shot from 40 feet out, it's like there's really nothing you can do about it. I just think with the Celtics, they're not playing that how they've been playing in any other series. Turnovers is the biggest thing. I just feel like they have to eliminate that. And then also Brown and Tatum. Looking at it, they really haven't had a game that's both of them are just explosive. Both of them are just great in back-to-back games. They'll have one and then one is off. I think they have to fix that, just be consistent. But I do trust in the Celtics to at least split it right here in Boston and see where it goes from there. But I think it should be interesting.
Of course. So what I've gathered from your take right now, it was a bunch of excuses here. When Jordan Poole puts Peyton Pritchard literally in his pocket, like I don't even know if he's let him out yet, puts him in his pocket and hits a logo shot in front of his family, in front of his mother, his father. I hope they weren't there. I really hope they weren't there. When Jordan Poole can do that, and Steph Curry can sit on the bench and wave his little towel around, easy. Let's not forget, the guy who we all would trust to take a game-winning shot if the Death Star was pointed at Earth, Andre Iguodala, did not play. He didn't play. Coach Iguodala did not play.
You're using that? You're pulling that out of your pocket?
Yeah, I'm pulling everything out of my pocket right now. I'm pulling Peyton Pritchard out of my pocket right now, send him back down, okay? 2 points for Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
2 points
That's fair.
for Al Horford. 2 points for Robin Williams.
That's fair.
How many minutes did they play? Over 30? Oh, over 25? I can give you 4 points. I can give you 4.
Yeah.
It is atrocious.
I think with the points that the stats that you're pointing
I'm still going on here.
I think it's fine, but again, you have to be consistent with it. Using Peyton Pritchard as an excuse to go off on the Celtics, we're not expecting him to have a big game. And again, do you think it's sustainable that three of our starters combined for 6 points. Do you think that's a sustainable thing?
For your Celtics?
Yeah. Do you think that'll happen again? Where three of our starters combined for 6 points.
I don't see why it can't. Because it's not like they weren't getting shots off. They were getting shots off. They simply couldn't knock them down. They were getting well defended.
That happens from time to time.
Okay. So
they were open.
Yes.
They were
yes.
open
My
shots.
short answer is yes. It can
You
happen
think
again.
that's gonna happen again? Okay. So again,
It can happen again.
okay.
Yes.
So you're going with Boston game 3, right?
Of course.
How's it? Of course.
I'm going with Boston going back home.
What the fuck?
Game 3.
How is it? Who do you have game 3?
I don't know. It's really tough to see how.
What am I gonna go against the home crowd? What am I gonna go against the team in their first ever finals
You're
at
going
home?
against Payne
The
Pritchard
first
and the starters
ever,
scoring 6 points.
the
You're
first ever home game in the finals for this Celtics team for everybody on that roster. Why wouldn't I go against them, right?
You're
Why wouldn't I go
contradicting
against
yourself
them?
so
No,
hard.
I'm not. I said it could happen again. I said it could happen again.
Yeah, and then
It
you're
could
going
happen
off
game
on how
4.
Jordan
It
Poole's
could happen
playing
game
amazing.
5.
You're saying that Curry's the best shooter of all time, which is true, but you're
Yeah,
using that.
that is
as an
true.
advantage. Using
That
as
is
an
true.
advantage.
Because when you give somebody 21 in the first quarter, and your team lets you down,
I've never seen
Yeah.
this. Imagine if
Just so everybody
imagine
knows-
if Giannis beat
ju-
my Celtics, and then
just
it's
so
play that I
everybody,
like, and I'm rooting for them in the finals. He beat Jokic and Luka.
yeah. So just so everybody knows, the dick ride in this episode is free. It's complimentary. It's free of charge. Listen, man. Yeah, I understand the Warriors are a gifted team. That's why I'm taking them in this series, right? It's no secret, right? As opposed to Nick Wright today. I was watching his show,
I saw that, yeah.
and he flips his entire script 2 games into the series and takes the Celtics in 6. Celtics in 6.
Why
Willie,
not?
Willie, we both said that we weren't going to give, like, who's going to win the series, so we got a few games in, right?
Mm.
So now I just said I confidently take the Warriors, right? In 7.
Mm.
What are you taking here?
You confidently take the Warriors in 7. That sounds
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not gonna choose a winner, but when it goes to Nick Wright, I'm not gonna jinx myself. I know you never had a basketball team in this position.
Oh, okay.
But looking at it, Nick Wright,
Jamal Murray's come back.
Nick Wright doesn't make sense if he changes his pick. Looking at it, are you confident? Do you think that Game 1 was an outlier and that Boston snuck away with that win, or do you think that
Oh.
this could
No. I
continue happening?
I think that's been a consistent theme. They've done it to everybody. Brooklyn had a double-digit point lead. The Miami Heat had a double-digit point lead on the Celtics multiple times. Even the Bucks too.
Mm.
And the Celtics have continued to claw back and come back with their 3-point shooting and their tenacious defense.
Yeah, I'm not
Tenacious
gonna.
def-
I don't know what you're expecting.
They had the best defense in the whole entire playoffs.
Oh, is it against everybody but Jordan Poole? But Stephen Curry?
Jordan Poole in Game
But
1 was
Andrew
horrible.
Wiggins?
What are you talking
Jordan
about?
Poole had 17 points last game.
What happened last game?
17 points, and in Game 1 he had
17
what,
points?
8?
17 points? That's 15 more points than Marcus Smart.
How many minutes?
That's 15 more points than Al
That's
Horford.
fine.
I don't give a damn if it was your birthday, Al Horford. I had to listen to the commentators tell me that Al Horford went out with his family and had good. I don't give a damn if Al Horford had good food and running a double-decker bus. Nobody cares.
Your bus.
Nobody cares.
That's fair. No one
Weak
does
ass
care.
number 42. Who even wears that number?
No, that is fair. Okay, I think Al Horford just did play horrible.
Yeah, he was kind of gaslit after that game 1. A lot of people saying he was going to win Finals MVP at the Celtics.
Okay,
That's
well,
nuts.
no one took that
That's nuts.
seriously. Hopefully, no one took that seriously. But yeah, who are you going with for the rest of the series?
I think I'm gonna go with your road here. I don't think I can pick a winner, but I do think that the Warriors can steal a game, a back-to-back.
Oh, for
win.
sure. I don't.
That's the only team I could see this whole playoffs doing it to the Celtics because I think that they can outshoot them, and that's the thing that other teams couldn't. You can leave them wide open.
Yeah.
The Warriors.
Okay.
I think one thing it's been consistent this playoffs is home court doesn't really matter. This isn't the 2000s. This isn't the 90s where it really means something that you steal a game on the road. I think it does help, but looking at it, the Warriors are the most experienced team in the NBA.
Yeah.
The best team in the NBA, in my opinion. And I think going on the road doesn't scare them by any means. And I just think, I think that it's just Boston just has to keep on splitting. Just, again, we know the trend of them not losing 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Continue that trend. Tatum, Brown needs to show up. I think of all things, you could not get away with your starters combining for 6 points, but you can manage it if your 2 stars are playing out of their mind.
Well,
So,
in order for the Warriors to win the finals, they're going to have to break the Celtics record of not losing 2 games in a row.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
either it's going to happen tomorrow, Wednesday, or it's going to happen they win Game 4 and then Game 5.
Or it doesn't happen at all. But
Okay.
Exactly.
Sure, makes sense.
Just something has to give. At one point.
Yeah, something does have to give. That is true. I think that something's already giving right now. It's already given. It's the crumbling.
It's giving.
It's the falling apart of this. No, I'm not going to say all that.
I was about to say,
I
what are
think
you
this
talking
Celtics
about?
team is talented, even going forward. You know, obviously they're not going to win this final series, but however, they're going to win a ring soon enough with the core that they have.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. And I was
Yeah.
gonna wait for them to potentially lose the series.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to have
But-
this talk right now, but it's a first-year head coach.
Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
start your 2 stars.
Exactly.
Huh?
I think.
I'm just saying.
I think the outlier here is Al Horford. Al Horford really should be in the position that he's in, but there is no alternative for a player. You mean?
I mean,
Oh yeah,
he has been great though. It isn't
No,
like
sure.
he's been great this whole season.
But I think there's an upgrade to be made there. So that we haven't settled here.
So you wait, hold
so
on.
far,
So you're
I'm the
saying
only
you-
one that's mad enough
You're
to say who I've
trying to
taken
say
in
he's
this
giving up on
finals.
Al Horford?
I don't know what he's been saying. I don't know what theme he's going with here. I don't know.
What they?
You
What do you
say
mean?
Al Horford is like trash, like a trash.
No, he's not trash. But I'm saying he shouldn't be a starter
Yeah, he should.
next year for this team. Okay.
He's giving you quality time in the playoffs. I don't know what else you want from him.
Gotcha.
Man, look at his numbers on any other team
So you guys are gonna take 36
except for the Hawks.
36-and-a-half-year-old Al Horford next year, as opposed to another.
Who else? Name
What?
someone else. If you're gonna say we're
we
gonna
have
get
to,
rid of him,
we have to wait. But if there's an opportunity to upgrade, I think that's where you
go
go.
MPJ. Who are we gonna get?
No. He's not leaving. He's not leaving my Nuggets.
Oh.
No, but listen, if you were to, I understand. If we were to give up on him, yes, Grant Williams is there, right? He has the experience.
Yeah,
now.
but
Al Horford is just that vet. He's that
He's a
guy.
vet. Yeah, he
Sure,
gives you
sure.
his best basketball in the playoffs.
There's no way I'd give up on Al Horford, especially what he's giving me in the playoffs.
Okay.
So what we learned in this video is that Maya is inconsistent with his teams.
I'm inconsistent. Oh,
He goes off on how the Warriors are great, but then says he trusts Boston to win Game 3.
Well, so the Warriors cannot be simultaneously great while the Celtics are a good team.
But it's just the way.
What do you mean?
It's
What
do you
the
mean?
way you give up your Warriors
Okay.
takes. It makes it they're gonna like gentlemen sweep them.
No, if I believe that they're gonna win in 5, I would say yes.
This man just said, I confidently believe. I believe
Yeah.
this team. They're
Yeah.
winning 7. They're winning 7. Like, what?
They're gonna win in 7, yeah. Because I know the Warriors. I mean, the Celtics are. There's a reason they're in the finals, right?
You trust the Warriors in
it-
Game 7.
Yes, I trust the Warriors
finals.
in a game. Yes, I trust the Warriors in a Game 7 of the finals.
There's no LeBron in the Celtics.
Oh yeah. LeBron's not running 100 feet like 3-4 seconds.
This is Robert Williams though. This is a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So-
Trusting the guy with the torn MCL, yeah.
So what we learned is, that me and Loman aren't picking anyone. Are you leaning towards anyone? Do you see anyone who's
I
favored?
can't. No one showed me.
Well, you see, he doesn't watch the games.
Yeah, he doesn't
Like,
watch
Yeah,
the
Like,
yeah.
I guess highlights don't
In
exist.
case you guys didn't know, Lumen actually got a haircut. He has a fresh fade right now, guys. So go ahead and let it.
Yeah.
We'll drop his Instagram down below in the comments, ladies. Feel free.
You're an idiot.
He is single. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of 3 Guys on Mike. As always, like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna start posting TikToks again, guys. Social media will be down below in the bio. Tell your mom about us. Tell your dad about us. For myself, tell your sisters about us.
Oh.
And thank you guys so much for watching another episode of 3 Guys on Mike.